I made a friend. Whoa! Actual friend. No way. You know, I had to make sure I made friends with her so I can make friends with other people. Is that not smart? You know? Make friends with an extrovert. And then they have friends with other people. And then you make a spider web full of connections and socialization. Yes. Yeah, perfect.
I would like to go home.
If I was like a stray kitten, I was picked up by the scruff of my neck, polished a little kinda to look reasonably good, and I've been hopped on like their shoulders for like a piggyback ride. That's how I'm gonna explain how I got picked up by an extrovert.
Squish that cat.
It was like my first class on site for this term, right? I was late. Everybody was already seated and there was like this empty seat smack in the middle. So I went to the empty seat and I look at the girl next to me and I'm like, is this seat taken? Is anybody seated there? And she was like, no, I don't think so. And I'm like, yes, okay. I sit down and then she notices my ID apparently. And she's just like, oh, did you come into college like in this year, etc.? And I was like, whoa, that's weird. Wait, how do you know? And she's like, oh, because your ID's different. And I was like, huh? And she was like, yeah, they changed it this year. I'm like, no way, really? And I look at her ID and it's like super new, brand new, sleek. And I'm like, oh God. And she looks at my ID and she's just like, oh, you're this ID number. And I'm like, oh. She's like, oh, you're like Ate. I'm like, no. Ate is basically like older sister, like big sister. And I was like, yeah, kind of, sort of. And she's like, oh, that's so fun. You know, everybody in this class knows everybody. I was like, God, no way. And she was like, yeah, we're like one batch. We're one classroom and everybody knows each other. And you're the only one. And I'm like, oh. Later, did you know? Like we were like talking the whole time in class, me and that girl. So I made a friend. Yay.